Hi, everyone. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Valerie Kimber, the administrator of the group You versus You, Women Over 50 Building Muscles Together. And I have group member Carol Rogers from Cambridge, Maryland here, and sometimes from her boat with me. We're going to have a little chat about what makes her inspiring. Hi, Carol.
Hi, good morning.
When I first realized you were sharing your workouts while living on a boat, I had to learn more. I was fascinated. You became the boat lady of the group. I asked you to share pictures and you did, and then I had to learn even more. And that's why we're here. I'm going to ask you some questions and just share whatever you like. I'll start with the basics. When did you catch the fitness bug?
I think it started very early. I did a little bit of intramural type sports in high school, intramural type sports in college. I started running when I was in college. Never fast, always slow, just keep going kind of a thing. Um, Always conscious of trying to maintain sort of fitness and weight, right? Like that's kind of an issue all the time.
Yep.
So it was a long time ago. I'm 67, so college was a long time ago. But I kind of kept at different things throughout the years. It was either running or going to a gym regularly. Then in my 30s, I got into karate, Shotokan karate, and spent a dozen years doing that,
Wow.
up to a second degree black belt. Um,
Wow. Good for you.
and then I had two kids. I adopted two kids, and so that made things like going to a karate class more difficult. Although I did for the first year or two, but um, then I just got into solo kind of stuff, running, bought a treadmill, actually trained for two marathons, mostly on the treadmill. Didn't run either one because I ended up with knee injuries, but maintained sort of the fitness throughout that. And then, of course, the Jane Fonda tapes and, Joni Greggins and all those kinds of things were all part of that sort of journey. Um, it's been a little over a year since I started with Caroline. So
Oh, wow. I
yeah,
wasn't sure when you had started with that. That's excellent.
yeah,
Do
it
you still
was
have all
cool.
the Jane Fonda tapes and everything, or are they long gone?
Oh, they're long gone. They're long
Okay.
gone. Yeah.
I was thinking maybe that would be a good boat thing when you didn't have internet or something.
It could, although, now with what's on YouTube, I've followed
Yeah.
several different fitness trainers on YouTube before I found
Yeah.
Caroline. Um, so there's a lot of choices there, and I have a whole channel that I just keep track of things I like and
Oh, that's
then
awesome.
do those. So
That's awesome. And how many of her programs have you done, of Caroline's have you done?
I've done the YouTube Iron twice, the
Okay.
app Iron once. I did Unleash, I did CG Xmas, and now I'm doing Intent. So
Yeah. You're doing intent and then you do a spin class after leg day,
yeah,
which
I know
I
that's just crazy.
do not understand.
Like,
And you
why
keep
can't
doing
it
it.
be on an arm day? Now, Friday will be an armed upper body day this week, and I can go to
So
spin
that'll
class
work out.
Monday,
Okay.
Wednesday, Friday. So
Yeah, that's a lot.
yeah,
That
yesterday was killer after 33, number 33, as you know. So
33 was rough for me.
yes,
I thought I
yes,
had already experienced the hardest one for me. And I think that might have been it yesterday.
yeah.
I'm not saying she won't do another harder, even harder one.
There could be more. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. I try not to think about it.
yeah,
Just go
yeah,
down to the basement and do. Don't worry
yep.
about it. That's awesome. So tell me, I know you spend, I think, 6 months of the year on a boat, which
Mm.
I think is amazing, with your partner. And tell me about that. How do you get it done? What is it like?
Yeah, this was the first time we've done this long cruising. So we've
Okay.
had the boat for many years, but we've only done like weekend trips. So this was since I just retired in September. He's been retired for a while. We were finally able to go and just go at our own pace. So it was the first sort of long-term thing, and I just loved it. And I think from the beginning, I kind of planned. Looked at my resistance bands that I hadn't used in a while, and I thought, well, he's going to shake his head if I try to bring dumbbells aboard. So we already have limited. It's a 40-foot boat,
Yeah.
but it's a small space.
Yeah.
So I just thought there must be a way that I can at least somehow maintain, probably not getting a lot stronger, but at least maintain. And,
Yeah.
there's a surprising amount of sort of downtime when you're cruising. We weren't
Mhm.
always sailing constantly, for sure.
Okay.
And even some days, if we were just motoring like down the intercoastal waterway, it's not rough. The boat wasn't really moving that much. I could, when I wasn't at the helm, I could go down into the cabin and do a workout.
That's
And
awesome.
I just got in that trying to keep the habit, and
Mhm.
Miles would laugh and he's like, "You're obsessed." I said, "Yes, and
And
isn't this better that I do this than not?"
I was gonna say there's worse things to be obsessed with.
Exactly, exactly. And then when
Oh,
we
that's
weren't at the
awesome.
marina, then I could go running. I'd go running in the morning,
Mm,
or a few marinas had little mini workout spaces.
yep.
Uh, One time they had a gym that you could pay $10 and just go to the local gym in town I
Oh,
walked to a gym and I was able to do that once, just to get some actual dumbbell workout. But,
yeah. Mix it up a little bit.
yeah, I
I
just,
mean, it sounds amazing. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's commendable that you continued while you're on this beautiful boat in beautiful locations and you're down there, sweating it up to Caroline. I think that, I mean, there could be other things like lounging with a drink in your hand or something on the boat.
Well, I did some of that too.
Yeah.
There was time for that too.
Balance. It's
Yeah,
about
yeah, a
balance.
little balance. Yeah.
Okay, that's excellent. Thank you for sharing that.
Mm.
All right, next question. In your written interview, you said you need to watch the "if some is good, more is better"
Mm.
mindset. Can you go into that a little bit more? What do you mean?
Yeah, I think just because always sort of battling potential weight gain and trying to maintain or lose or whatever, over the years, it's kind of like, well, if I don't work out today, then the scale will be higher tomorrow, which is
Mm,
ridiculous, right? The scale might
yeah,
be higher, might be lower. You never know. Like
yeah.
things go up and down, and you'd think at this age I would sort of understand that by now. But it's also that satisfying feeling of having done the workout or some sort of a workout.
Mhm.
Like I go into the gym and I do the Caroline and then I jump on the spin, and then it's like I'm all done with all that by 9 o'clock. And like I feel good all day, right?
Yeah.
Like because I've done it. Um, and so I think trying to make sure that like she builds in rest days. She's smarter than I, and I just have to do them, right? So and I think it's that sort of anxiety around that is where the
Mhm.
cortisol things comes in. And I had several years ago, almost 10 now, I had some adrenal fatigue and some other things that were an issue based on higher level cortisols over a long period of time. Um, at the time, it was pre this relationship, but I had two kids. I was a single parent from the very beginning. I adopted two kids on my own. So yeah, stress like nonstop, right?
Yeah.
Um, so I had to deal with that with a functional medicine doctor, and I think trying to be aware of, the whole issue around cortisol and what that does for us and against us,
Right.
kind of.
Right.
So today I'm very proud I did not work out this morning. It's a rest day. I'm going to go to yoga
Oh,
later. Active rest is okay.
yes,
So
it is.
yeah, and try to just do a lot of walking on those days, walk the dog, that kind of thing, and
Yeah.
not feel so intense about it. And most of the time I can manage that. It's just that niggling feeling in the back of your head,
Yes.
like
You could be doing more. You should be doing
I
more.
should be doing more, right? I should be
That's right.
standing more, I should be walking more, I should be moving more. The whole
Yeah.
NEAT, the non-exercise activity
Mhm.
thermogenesis, is that what that is? Yeah.
Yes, I think it's something like that. Yes.
Trying to be aware. Now I'm not sitting at a desk anymore all day like I was when I was working. So it's like, well, I need to be moving around then because,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah, it's a struggle for me mentally too. It's I always if I am laying on the couch or something, I'm like I should so I'm not even enjoying laying on the couch. I'm
right.
having anxiety about being on the couch and all of the things that need to be done. And it just, it can really so I'm interested. I don't really know much about the stress inducing and the cortisol levels and all that. I just
Mm,
recently started learning about you guys talking about it in the group,
mm,
really.
mm,
So when I saw that, I was interested in learning more.
yeah.
So
I think
yeah, so I mean that's good.
I think we need to learn, and I'm trying to be conscious of this too, to be able to lie on the couch and be
Yeah,
okay with that, right? And
yeah,
to like, because that's also feeding our bodies and our
yeah,
minds too, right? And just
yes.
remembering that. And I have
Like
to
let
remember
the
that.
rest day be the rest day. You don't
Let it
even
be a
have to
rest
do.
day.
Yeah,
Yeah. Because
yeah,
my body needs it. Just because my mind thinks I can't have it,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I
So
definitely try and pay attention more, and I think it's thanks to everybody just talking about the stuff and
Mhm.
posting about I'm taking a rest day and I'm skipping the workout. I was like, oh, I guess I can do that. I guess I can skip. If I'm
Mhm.
because I really would just suffer, you suffer through it.
Right. Right.
And, you know, I don't know. I don't think that's good the older
That
you
may
get.
not be good for
Yeah.
your body at that time.
Yeah. But
And
anyways,
when you're
yeah.
working so hard from all angles, like I know you've been working with macros and things like that and having
Yeah.
success, even that you're like, "Oh no, I don't want to trigger a lack of success," right? Like
I know. I'm petrified.
yeah.
My grandson wanted to give me, I got him these cherry cheese danishes, which is he just loves. And for
Mhm.
the past 2 days, he's eaten everything except the very last bite. And he's like, "Do you want this last bite?" And I'm like, "Yes, give me the bite because it really sounds good. I've not eaten it." But it is hard because I'm like, "Oh, is that going to trigger me
Right.
saying
Yep.
pulling
Right.
bad food in my face?"
Right.
Yeah, so it is a constant thing. But I appreciate you guys sharing, just everything that everybody goes through, not even age
Mhm.
related, but just it. That's why
Mhm.
I like the group so much. It's really just gives me a different perspective that I didn't have before.
Right. Right. I also like, I mean, some of the women are in just astonishingly beautiful shape, right? Like
Yeah,
that,
yes.
and that's inspiring to me. And I'm in fine shape. I'm in good shape, right? Like
Yeah.
I'm an average sized person, but it's also to see these people that with so much muscle definition and everything that are similar to my age
Hmm.
and um for 60 anyway. And I just think, okay, it is possible. Like
Yep.
all this is worth it, right? Like I
Yes.
can
Yeah, no,
and
I
it's mentally it's worth it no matter what, but it's yeah.
agreed. Well, it's inspiring, and that's why, we created
Mhm.
the series to get it out there more because it is just everyday things that people are doing that is inspiring. And
Mhm.
and maybe you don't always know that you are inspiring people. People
Right.
don't always
Right.
post and they don't like every, thing that everybody does, but they're watching. And so I appreciate you guys, being active members of the group and participating like you do.
Yeah, it's
Um,
fun.
yeah, okay, great. So, all right, well, I'm going to wrap it up. And I just want to say
Okay.
thank you for taking the time out of your schedule to talk with me. And like I said, just being inspiring, living your life on a boat and
Mhm.
off the boat, and just, sharing everything. Please keep sharing boat pictures when you go back. We love them. And I just want to say thank you again. And thanks for being a part of the group, You versus You.
You're welcome, and thank you for being a good leader.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. Bye.
Bye.
Now I have to try to figure out how to shut this off. Stop recording. I took my glasses off. Sorry, we're still recording. Hold on.
Okay.